up, guys? It's your girl, Zaida Lisa. Welcome to Mama's Cocktail Hour. Come on in. We got a lot to talk today, and I am going to be sharing with you guys the best fucking interview on YouTube right now that no one has told you about. Okay?
Ooh, mama, it's cocktail hour, so rock 'em up. Ooh, mama, it's cocktail hour, so pour it up. Pour it up.
So if you guys have not watched Dame Dash's new video on his network here on YouTube, I believe his network is America New Network. If you have not watched that interview, then get your drinks, get your cannabis, your coffee, your cigarette, whatever your poison is, your wine, your vino, whatever it is, and get your ass in here because I am going to break it down, okay? I watched this entire video. It's about an hour long, and Dame Dash dropped some fucking gems. Okay, for an entire music industry to be silent when the Diddy allegations have dropped and his house was raided and now he's in federal prison, he is the realest ninja on YouTube right now. So I watched the entire video for you guys, even though I'm telling you, you should go check it out after this video, and you liking and subscribing, of course, right? After this, you should definitely go check it out. But I watched the entire video for you, and I am going to show you guys some impactful clips, and we're going to do some reactions on what he has to say about his boy Jay-Z, what he has to say about Diddy, and like the industry likes to call it, the gay mafia.
And Nori was so adamant about me drinking Ciroc.
No, I can't do that no more.
That was yours, man.
It's over because...
No.
Not the interview. Come on, Dame.
How about this? We'll finish it with a shot of some...
Can you show Elliot Wilson for me? Well, let's take a shot of vodka.
If we done...
Let's take a shot of vodka, Dame.
Are we done, though?
But,
vodka for...
well, I mean, I don't know if it's needed, but...
I'll do another one.
You gotta do a shot of vodka. Come on,
At
please.
the end, we're not done.
I fucked with you the whole night. You guys won.
I said when we finish, we're not done.
Yo, Tito, help me. Come on.
He's clean, bro.
I'm with you. I'm in with you. Can you pour me a shot too, Dame?
But why you gotta put the ice in the shot?
Because you gotta be sophisticated.
All right, you're gonna have ice cubes. I don't know how you're gonna have to do a shot with ice cubes.
Yes, you gotta do a fucking shot with ice cubes.
Big shout out to
This
Puff,
is good
man.
shit. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. I'm sorry. All right, and you gonna take a shot? You gonna take a shot, Ciroc?
Go ahead, pour it.
Oh, you want me to pour you? He's a gangster. When a nigga tell you he want him to pour you a shot, that's some gangster.
I just poured yours, right?
All right, well, we even. Look. You gonna take mine? Oh, look at that. I'm in. Let's do it. Eye to eye. I told you.
What do you mean? Why do you think it's not?
I don't know why I keep doing this show. It's not proper. I don't know. I went to Runyon Canyon today, and I was like, why did I do this? Like, what did I accomplish?
Can I take the ice cubes out? I never took a shot with ice cubes.
Nah, but you're in my world now. That's
right.
not gangster. You got to do the whole thing.
Because what's crazy to me is if his hustle is putting stuff in people's drink, he made a liquor. I mean, that's the illest shit in the world. That everybody was partying and you don't know what was in that drink. And if he was, undercover gay, because I didn't know it, and obviously if he was knocking men out and they were waking up violated, he's making somebody gay that doesn't want to be gay. So I'm like, what was in them drinks? And then I'm starting to think like, damn, when did hip hop start to lose its masculinity? When did dudes, and again, no disrespect to nobody, but like tough niggas started wearing dresses and pocketbooks. Like maybe that could be the reason. And I'm just thinking it through. Like maybe that could be the reason why hip hop took a turn for the feminine. Because that shit, if homie was really putting shit in people's drinks and he's making the liquor, and again, I don't know, and I'm not even saying it to be funny, but they saying, homie was putting shit in motherfuckers' baby oil. So how could you trust that person to serve you drinks at such a big scale? So I'm remembering Nori so adamant about me taking a shot of Ciroc, and I'm like, nah. And I brought my own. And now y'all can understand why I always want to make my own. So I brought my own liquor. You know what I'm saying? I was taking shots of my own. And then what happened, I made him take shots of Ciroc, and then he ended up getting too drunk, talking about take your shirt off and all this type shit. It's on tape. So it ain't, like, you just naturally start to think of things. And then I was thinking, there was this one time that when my daughter was 16, Jay had a show. And my daughter wanted to go. So I'm like, yo, I'm not going to deprive my daughter. So, I hollered at Jay, sent the kite, and told him I wanted to go to his show with my daughter. And they accommodated me to the fullest. People were really surprised to see me there, took pictures with everybody. And again, Emery's my brother, so I would hate to think that he was fucking around like that, pause. But he kept passing me somebody. That was the first time I had tasted that Douce. And I got ridiculously drunk to the extent, and my daughter and I were talking about this the other day, that I was like, yo, I don't get this drunk. Why am I so drunk? And I ended up, wrestling with Kevin Hart. Poor nigga got me in a chicken wing. And I remember Vaughn taping that shit. And I'm like, yo, why you taping, Vaughn? So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, because homie makes drinks too. And again, just if this is true, these are the things that I'm like just reflecting on. And if I wouldn't have played everything completely by the book, complete honor, then I could have been compromised. And what would have happened if I ever woke up feeling some kind of way? Compromise. What would I have done? And then I start thinking, I'm like, yo, homie's really a gangster, because that whole time, like after the first Cassie case came out, and he was just out smoking a joint, dancing, like literally to the day he went to jail. He was out in the park. Like, you would have never thought a person had all those problems. Like, I couldn't have handled that. So what it led me to believe is like, yo, things could be going a whole nother way over there, and you'd never know.
I have actually seen that interview, and that Drink Champs interview got real wild. Now, you can tell that Dame Dash is definitely from a hood. He wasn't trying to be roofied. You could tell in that Drink Champs video that he was like, you ain't gonna get me. He literally he did not want to drink the Ciroc. You see how adamant, like he said, that Dory was to making him drink the shot. He finally drinks the shot, right? Or he's about to, but he switches the glasses. And Nori's like, yo, why you switching the glasses? And he's like, bro, what does it matter, right? He's like, bro, you ain't trying to get me on these streets. Nori drinks it. And what you don't see later in that clip is that Nori ends up getting pissy drunk later, telling him to take off his shirt, and it was a whole big thing. And so he's really starting to look at his experiences like anybody would do, right? and be like, damn, did I really see that these guys were gay? Like, did I really see that these guys were like, and I think this is why this interview is so impactful. Like, it's so dope because you see him actually going through those emotions and telling you from his own experiences. Okay, guys, but let's get into the nitty gritty, right? What is the question that everybody wants to know? This is the question that I want to know, right? Did you know there was freak-off parties? Did you know that there was a gay agenda in hip-hop? Did you know that people get forced into either being gay or having sex with women, not because they organically want to, but because they get drugged to do so, allegedly? And your man hit it right on the nose with this question. Check it out.
But if you are gay and you're telling people you're not, I don't think that's fair. Or if you're going to put stuff in somebody's drink and then you want them to wake up gay, that's crazy. And if there's anything happening with any children, that's just abominable. That's just deepest, darkest devil bullshit, and there's no coming back from that.
So given your experiences in the music industry, do you think this kind of behavior has been like an open secret, or are these revelations just as shocking to you as the public?
So an open secret is like an oxymoron. I think for whoever is a part of these parties or whoever is like secretly gay, pause, I think that probably was common amongst whoever knew the secret, or even the parties or whatever else is going on. But for people that aren't down, who aren't a part of this program, who aren't in this club, yeah, I did not, like, I would, again, like, when you're in the same industry, you know, people tend to sometimes have a lot of the same women in common. And women will, like, if a girl's messing with a dude and then they mess with someone they know that's a dude and that guy treated them wrong or there was some crazy shit, pillow talk, they tell you everything. And there would be a lot of times, and I'm not gonna say no names or who people were, that I would hear things, but I would like stop it, I would shut it down, because I don't wanna talk about no other man. So I'd be like, I don't wanna hear that. Or I'd be like, that shit just can't be true, and I would dismiss it, as they might be mad at that person. So you hear things, but not to that extent. I am shocked. And the reason why is because no one is saying anything that's being accused of certain things. No one's dismissing anything. And I just know that, like, if the only reason why you're not telling the truth is because your press and your publicist is telling you how to answer, then that means you have something to hide. You know? So to me, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers been fucking with me for years. And I just couldn't understand, like, why they couldn't let it go and the depth of it. But now I kind of get it. It all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And what I know is when certain things were said, like when Irv had the case with the feds, when the feds start fucking with you in any industry, whether it's like, if let's say you were in the street and you hear that, you know, somebody's hot with the feds, even if that's your man, you stay far away from him and pause, your man wouldn't even get next to you knowing he's hot. When Irv had that issue, he told me that it was a thing like, yo, we're not working with Irv because the feds were like, yo, if y'all empower him, we're gonna investigate you. So when something gets said in public like this, and there's feds and kids involved, anyone that's taking a chance to work with that person, I have to tend to think that either they're down with them or they're protecting them. And I'm just curious to see, like, even with these allegations, how supportive people are going to be, who's going to be the ones that are still rioting and arguing, and then there'll be more things that will reveal themselves from this.
Quickly, I agree with the very last thing that he said. I agree that it is very scary that people are being quiet, because in this point in the game, you can't be playing both sides of the fence. You either on the grass, you on the concrete, but you can't be in the middle, right? You can't be playing both sides of the fence. And the fact that you're silent almost means like you can't speak. And you can't speak because possibly you did have something to do with it, or you were intertwined, or you did know about something. So I do agree that Jay-Z's silence is being taken as being complicit. I agree with Dame Dash 100%. And I know right now he, like this whole interview kind of stance, is feeling like it's not a race. Like Nipsey was practicing, right? It's a marathon. And the people who dare race and get to the top, you start to question, really, what were these people doing in order to get to the top so very quickly? I've always thought about, like, making money is just one aspect. If you're a great entrepreneur, then you know that you need to make money, you need to be marketing, you need to be in movies, you need to be, right? You need to just have, your brand has to be so, like, your portfolio has to be so flexible. I always wondered how it was, like, people like Meek Mills, DJ Khaled, and Rick Ross were so damn successful. And so what your man Dame Dash is saying, people are cheating, guys. People are cheating. Now, whether you opening a door that you're not supposed to open, whether you're doing something strange for some change, but not everybody is getting to the top like the way people used to get to the top back in the day, right? It wasn't something like, yo, you built your catalog, you did hella songs, you was on mad CDs, you was on mixtapes, so you built your repertoire, and this is why you so popping. No, the game is rigged. I, for one, know that the game is rigged, okay? And so you see these rappers who allude to being something successful, and it can all be not true.
You know?
So how do you feel the whole scandal is going to impact the legacy of Bad Boy Records and Diddy's influence on the industry?
So, I mean, like, this is like the biggest scandal, like, of the century. So I think, like, Bad Boy will be remembered, but I don't think it'll be celebrated the same way. Especially, you know, the stuff with, if that any of that's true with the kids, you know, I think he'll be used in this whole situation because it seems like it's going to tear down a lot of industries. I just think it's going to be used as an example of, like, you think you're getting away with certain things just because you get away with it for 10 or even 20 years. It doesn't mean that, you know, that you'll never be held accountable, and is it worth it? So it'll definitely have a different impact on everything that he's ever done, and if he could still be celebrated. What I worry about, again, is if any of the things are true about Homeboy, how will that impact or affect the legacy of Rockefeller? And, you know, what I'm hoping is, I think, because my story and me being so adamant about not working with certain people for certain reasons, and people celebrating me looking as if I'm struggling and not doing as well as my other peers, the fact that everyone can see that because you can stand on your deen, never compromise, never look the other way, sometimes it's better to take the slower course, because even though, you know, those 10 to 20 years could look like the best years, the next 30 could be the worst, so bad that it's just not worth it. You'd rather erase all the good stuff that was fun just to enjoy the simple things, you know? So yeah, that's why these things, people have to sort of step up and say something, because people are questioning people's legacies, you know? But I'm fighting for mine. And I believe that, like my legacy, it's just started. Like, my legacy is not Rockefeller. That's a chapter in my book. But the things that I'm doing to showcase empowering our culture and having a network, it's not about having a network. It's going to be about what I'm doing on the network. If I'm moving the needle to make us smarter, to make us better, like in this moment, the whole industry has to be re-engineered because obviously the people that were guarding the gatekeepers, like people say, they were morally compromised and they were only doing what was in the best interest of them and whatever dark shit they were doing.
Okay, Dame Dash is officially the realist. I can just tell you right now and break it down that this interview is an hour long, so I'm not going to obviously give you the long hour, but there are some takeaways, okay? Some clips that you did not see, if you do want to check it out, he does go into a lot of the conspiracy, and I hate to use the word conspiracy because nowadays a conspiracy, guys, could actually be a truth, and we don't want to diminish truth tellers by saying things like conspiracy, right? But there is a theory out there that allegedly Aaliyah died in a plane crash because of Jay-Z. Alleged, I don't know. I'm just saying what they're saying out there. He does touch on that briefly in this episode, but I didn't want to really speak about that because I think the Diddy connection and what he thought about Diddy, or if he knew anything about whether Diddy dealings with Jay-Z, or if he's in his experience ever seen anything. And, you know, I do think I agree, like what he's trying to say. You set boundaries, right? You put those things in place, even though people may think that they could find you in compromising positions. If you never put yourself in that predicament, he unfortunately never put himself in that predicament. He was always like a leader. He was always a businessman. He was always making something. Not saying other people aren't. I'm just saying, like, he was always in his own lane. And he's now starting to realize that maybe him being in the slow lane and the slow and keeping his own pace lane is better than the fast lane where it's getting people like Jay-Z and Diddy caught up. So I love this moment of realization for Dame Dash. I think his whole rebrand should be based on that, like re-engineering the industry, right? Really bringing good artists and not allowing the gatekeepers in the communities to exploit artists, to take their publishing, to take their music, to exploit them, to essay them. Like, we want an industry that is completely different than what we have now, because what we have now seems like it's almost tarnished and gone. And I'm sad to say that as someone who grew up on music like Jay-Z and Diddy. And I'm trying to be fair here because, of course, Diddy has not been proven guilty. So we still want to give him of the benefit of the doubt and basically hope that none of these things are true. But exactly what Dame Dash feels is how I feel. If there's any children involved, like, that is devil, dark, demonic stuff. And if there's children involved, then he needs to be away to the jail for the rest of his life. Like, there's other things that I feel like he should be at, but I can't say them here on these YouTube streets, right? Again, these are all allegations. We do not know, but just even if 1% of these things are true, it is disgusting and nasty. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment. Please go check it out. Like I said, the video itself, it just shows Dame Dash in a whole different way, a whole different element, and I am here for it. I think he is the first one in the industry to actually say something and not be silent, so I give him all the props for that. He took a stand and was like, yo, I don't know what's going on over there, but over here, we don't do those things, okay? And so I appreciate that. I appreciate him coming out in his own network, in his own way, and explaining in his own time. The interview was dope as ever. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about everything that he said. Please, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you could be alerted when we have a new video. And don't forget to like and comment, and your girl will catch you on the next video.
Ooh, mama, it's cocktail hour, so rock 'em up. Ooh, mama, it's cocktail hour, so pour it up.